Hey guys, salut mes amis, och hallå gubbar, Maxime here. Here's a new series where I talk about things that all players should avoid doing. It can be bad habits or just general stuff that most don't even think about. This video is aimed towards all types of skill levels and is meant to help improve your game. So if you are a very good player already, this is probably not for you. But you all know by now, I like to teach things, which is my inspiration for this series. Let's begin. Avoid large crosshairs unless you're playing with a dot. If you have a large crosshair size or crosshair gap, hitting enemies from further away will be difficult. It's just not right. It's because you have weak guidelines of where the bullet will go. Also, lineups will be much harder as well, especially those that require nearly pixel perfection. A good crosshair is one that makes it easy enough to pinpoint a player's head from most distances. The one that I'm using right now is good. But if you want something bigger, I suggest using a dot. Avoid using nades in a 1v1 when you don't know where the last player is. So many die with a nade in hand when trying to clutch. You're pretty much exposed for about 2 seconds, so if you really need to throw a nade, do it from a safer position. But most of the times, I wouldn't recommend it. A lot of 1v1s can be won by simply using your gun, so stop trying to show off to your friends. Speaking of nades, avoid throwing them the other way to fake your location. I mean, at least do it the right way. When you throw a nade, you make a small sound, and you might accidentally reveal yourself. I see players do this all the time, but it usually does more harm than good on a higher skill level. Just listen. Yeah. That's all it takes to reveal your position. If you really need to throw a nade in the other direction, do it at a safe distance, preferably away from sights, so you can't be hurt so easily. Another thing that even pros do, which I would also recommend that you avoid, is slashing the walls. Recently a Reddit thread was on this subject, but to keep it short, slashing a wall can be heard from very far distances. Listen to this. Now guess where it's coming from. Yeah, that is so far away that it could have been on dust too. I know it's a habit, but it really doesn't do much good. Avoid jumping into a game without any warm-up. No, the 5 minutes that you get on the server before the game goes live doesn't count. Why am I even saying this when it's so obvious? Because it also serves as a reminder. Go play Deathmatch, practice against bots, maybe even retakes will help. Just do whatever it takes to make your sensory functions work at their best level. If you have low patience and you want to go for a game without properly warming up, well, that's on you. Just don't blame yourself for missing shots that you normally wouldn't. Speaking of warming up, avoid playing Deathmatch with no good reason behind it. Play Deathmatch to get better at things you really need to improve. For example, your reaction time, your spray control with different guns, maybe even the map itself, etc. There's always a lot of one-shots going on Deathmatch servers, but in a real match, that is not even close to what it will look like. Point being, focus on things that matters in a real game, and mix it up a little when you play. I hope this was helpful, and if you want to help me and my channel, then make sure you like the video, let me know if you want part 2, and I'll see you guys soon. Stay awesome, and go bananas!